The next kind of hoist that we can use is a full sling hoist. This is for a fully dependent patient who is unable to stand up or weight bear at all. Let's take a look at this hoist for a start. We have the boom here. This one goes straight up and down the mast. There is another type that has more of a hydraulic and a crane arm that goes like this. One of the other differences that we will come across is that this spreader bar here has got hooks. These hooks take a sling like this one that has loops. Loops go onto a hook. Another kind that you will come across in the hospital, the hoist has a tilt pivot frame. It has a little metal lug and a plastic keyhole clip that goes on and clicks. It's a different system. We just need to make sure that we have got the right sling to go with the right attachment here. Some other things to look at on the hoist are, take a look at the clinical engineering sticker. It's like the warrant of fitness for the hoist. The hoists get checked over every 12 months. This hoist will be due to be checked again next year. Have a look at the safe working load again. This hoist has a safe working load of 227 kilos. Here's our battery that needs charging up. There's the red button. Turns the hoist off, pop the red button out, and up, down, and electric legs. The other piece that we need is the sling. It looks a little bit strange the first time you see them, but how this works is that this curve here lines up with the tailbone or the top of the butt. So we go from the top of the butt to the top of the head. So on me, we go from here to here. Sometimes people think that this part here needs to go right underneath the bottom. It doesn't. It actually is designed to sit up here. The reason for that is that when someone's sitting in their chair, all you need to do is lean them forward and the sling will pop in and out quite easily. Just visually check the sling to make sure that it is still in good condition. Check what the safe working load of the sling is as well. All right, using a full sling hoist like this, we always need two carers. So, Bill, you can come give me a hand. All right, putting in the sling. We're going to lean our patient forward. The sling tucks down into the top of the patient's bottom. These flaps now come in underneath the thighs. The important thing to check is that it's sitting flat, that it's not twisted or folded. Otherwise it will be really uncomfortable. With these loop slings, we do cross them over. What that does, it'll keep the patient's legs closer together. If we don't cross these over, the patient's legs tend to go apart. Adjust the legs so we can get into the wider chair. And Earl, if you could just make sure that I don't bang that spreader bar into Paul. Now our loops. Generally you go on the shorter loops. You will need to adjust depending on your patient. Let's go blue and blue onto the outside loop there. With our top loops, we've got a couple of choices on this sling. If you go on the longer loop at the top, the patient will be reclined further backwards. That's fine if you want them to go back to bed and lie down. However, if you're going in and out of a chair, we need to go on the shorter loop so that they're sitting more upright. Best thing to get the patient to do is just pop their hands across their chest or to fold their arms. Tuck yourself in there. And your job is to look after our patient, and my job is to drive the hoist. Remember, no brakes on the hoist. Allow the hoist to move and wiggle as it needs to. If you could just look after Paul there. A couple of things happened here. The hoist did move slightly. Paul has now just come up off the chair. It is a good practice just to stop and to check that everything is sitting comfortably for the patient. Is that comfortable, Paul? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If something's not comfortable, if one of these flaps is twisted or folded, go down and sort it out so that the patient doesn't get a negative experience of being hoisted. Once we're happy, we can go a little higher. We need to be high enough so that we can clear the chair or the bed. Now at this point, move whatever is easier. The easiest thing to move at this point is our chair. If we need to move the hoist, put our legs in, and Earl, if you could just steady Paul there, and we'll move over here. The same rule applies. This is for transfer, not transport. Let's move back to our chair. This is where it's quite good to have your helper because they can see what's happening at the back and also bring the chair in to help us. When we're going back into a chair, the important thing is that we want the patient's bottom to go right back into the bend of the chair. How we achieve that is you can put just a little bit of pressure on their knees, or some slings will have a handle at the back and just swing the patient back into the chair. If the chair tips up slightly, that's fine. As the patient's weight comes down onto the chair, it'll all just settle down. Again, no brakes on the hoist. Swing the patient back into the chair. See the hoist move. Make sure that the spread of our hair doesn't bonk the patient in the head. We'll bring this boom down far enough so that we can now slip our loops off easily. When we're taking the sling out, a nice tip is just to fold this back on itself and roll it round and out like that. So roll it under and round and out. When we take the sling out, we're just going to lean our patient forward and the sling pops out from behind the patient.